What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement. Now I know a lot of y'all probably don't agree with the things I've been putting out lately with the videos of why I wouldn't go for Anthony Davis and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I want the Lakers to succeed. I'd be stupid to say that I don't. I want the Lakers to win championships. I'd be stupid to say that I don't. The only thing I don't want to see the Lakers doing is giving up the whole farm for a player, like I said before, that's injured. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to talk about a couple other things, because I'm going to basically talk about this Anthony Davis scenario or fiasco until he either traded or, the trade deadline is over with. So let's talk about the Clippers last night. Okay, the Lakers played the Clippers. I'm not going to get too much in detail with that. LeBron James' first game back. I did make videos saying that LeBron James. Now remember, when I make videos, it's just my opinion. Okay, not all my videos are factual. Some of these videos are mostly my opinion on what I think. Conspiracy theories, if you want to call me, that's cool. But I had made a video saying that LeBron James might be faking his injury, just to get Carmelo Anthony. But watching last night, not last night, but the night before against Carmelo Anthony, against the Clippers, you clearly see that LeBron James wasn't 100%. He could barely move, barely get up. You can see that. And does this affect LeBron James going forward? We don't know. LeBron James is 34 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So we don't know what these injuries can do to a person who never really been injured before. It could change the dynamics of how a person play. Considering that these injuries could be injuries that, that nag him for the rest of his career. We don't know. Now, he still looked good. I think he had 24 points. Let me look at his stats real quick. He still looked good. He had 24 points. 14 rebounds. Matter of fact, he snatched one over Tobias Harris, if I'm not mistaken, to put it back in. And he had 9 assists. If JaVale McGee never missed that lob, he'd have basically had a triple-double in his first game back. Now, keep in mind, he did take 22 shots, though. And that's my thing. I told a lot of people fail to realize that when you take a lot of shots like that, you're guaranteed to get a good amount of points. He was 1 for 6 behind the three-point line. But you can't knock him. He helped the team. He carried the team and played as the Clippers. We needed to win badly. I knew that he would probably come back eventually, because I think we were at 26 and 25, before he came back. So, and we were sitting in the 10th spot. Now we're like, I think in the 9th spot or something like that. I'm not too sure. But like I said, the West is so tight right now that you could be 2-3 games out and just 2 wins, you're right back in the top 8. So LeBron James is playing chess moves with that. Even though I think he's coming back on an injury, I think he's still injured. Even though you say 80%, I think he's still. I believe, to me, the way he looked out there, it looked like he still was injured. Anyway, Brandon Ingram is starting to adjust himself as playing off the ball. He's playing much better off the ball. Been saying this over and over again. He does not need to be the point guard. He needs to play off the ball. He's playing better. Dropped 99. God dang it! What I'm thinking about NBA 2K here. He dropped 19 points. Looked good to me. Still would like for him to be able to, be consistent with the 3-point shot. He got to get confidence in that shot. I think that and his free throws he really need to work on this offseason. They're the main 2 things that Brandon really needs to work on. Kuzma didn't play that much. He did play 23 minutes. He wasn't bad. Defensive-wise, he was kind of slightly bad on defense. But, let's be honest with, a couple guys was too. But Kuzma had a good game. But they set him down. He only played 23 minutes. Offensive-wise, he looked good. He was on his way for a nice little rhythm. Well, he was getting into a nice rhythm. But they set him down. He was 2 for 3 behind the 3-point arc. Didn't play much. And I think, and a lot of people say they got to do with the trade. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's got anything to do with the trade. Because that'd be stupid, because you want to showcase your players to make the Pelicans decide, okay, well, maybe this is the giving factor that we want these players. So that'd be stupid for them to sit them down, not showcase them. That's foolishness to me. I think he's still nursing that. I think he had a hip injury or something like that. He's still kind of favoring that hip injury. So they actually are moving him slowly. Because remember, he came back. He only set out one game, and he just coming back. So they're like, okay, well, we got LeBron back, so let's slowly move him back in, slowly work him back into the game. So it makes sense for that. Now Zubac, I think Zubac is affected by the trade, because this is the first time his name ever came up in trades. Other than that, but because before, when he was playing, when he first got the start, not start, but when he first got the opportunity to play, he was playing much better. These last couple games, he had been playing terrible. And I think the trade, his name being in trade, so, hurt this thing. Tyson Chandler, I don't know, man. He started off pretty good, but he started to be a shadow of himself. I know he's old, man, and you can see that he don't have and he just can't keep up. Like down low, That way he could play people, but as in coming out on out of the paint, to defend somebody and they blow right past him, you can see that he lacks the speed. JaVale McGee, not a real big rebounding game. He had 11 points though, but not a big rebound. But he only played 17 minutes. He did have 5 rebounds. Now Tyson Chandler, I gotta give it to him, man. Rebounding wise, in 18 minutes, he did have 3 offensive rebounds. He's looking good offensive for the offensive board side, but everything else, I mean, his IQ is pretty good though, because he know when to move and not move, but sometimes he does get caught up in those flybys where people easily go to the rim and dunk it. And remember, he's the last line of defense, but it is what it is. Lance Stevenson, another good spectacular game. One thing I gotta say about Lance is almost similar to Brandon Ingram. When the ball's not in his hand and he's actually playing off the ball, he seems much more poised, much more better. If you notice, the last couple games where he's basically getting getting plays rolling his way, where he's spotted up and he's shooting. For me, he's making the shots instead of the ball being in hand and he's trying to create the shot. He's playing much more better. Caldwell Pope had another good game, but only played 11 minutes. He was 2 for 3. Hit 2 back-to-back threes. So, I don't know. I probably had Caldwell Pope in there over Josh Hart. That's just me, because Caldwell Pope is knocking down threes. Josh Hart's still struggling. Now, they beat the Clippers, went in overtime. Still a good game. They came back. But my thing is, I want to talk about Anthony Davis real quick. And all right, first I want to talk about all right, I'm gonna go with this article, and I'm gonna read this article. The Pelicans are playing the role of the Spurs. Now I heard that I don't know how much of a rumor it was, but Greg Popovich told was it Dell Demps not to give in to the Lakers. If that was a rumor or not, I believe that he probably did. Because at one point in time, the Pelicans, it sounded like they were leaning to getting the Lakers for what they first threw out there. Because the Lakers threw out a whole bunch of scenarios of what they can give the Pelicans. At first, the Pelicans were leaning to it because, they were talking about it. Remember, they even came out and stated that if Lonzo Ball was given to us, he will be the main point guard. We will make sure he be the main point guard. Now, so the Pelicans are underwhelmed by Lakers' initial offer for Anthony Davis. This is from ESPN. All right. As Alonzo, sorry, let me slow down. This is from Adrian Wojnarowski. Adrian is probably the only really reliable source to me that I follow. And the only reason why I said, because a lot of time when he speaks, I say at least 87% correct. A lot of time when he put information out there, a lot of other resources are not other sources. I said resources like I'm playing a video game. A lot of other sources, they say things, but it doesn't really follow up to what they say. So I don't really follow everybody. I follow him on Twitter, so him and probably like 2 other guys, mostly 2 of the Lakers guys, only because I'm Lakers, so I want to hear some Laker news in order to bring the information to you guys. All right, so he said, as the Los Angeles Lakers pursue New Orleans Pelicans All-NBA center Anthony Davis ahead of Thursday trade deadline, the initial offer has been underwhelming, including the Lakers' first offer of Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Rajon Rondo, Michael Beasley, and a first-round pick, lead sources told ESPN. The Lakers had 11 offers to 2 other franchise top players in every proposal and resisted including more than a single first-round pick offer, lead sources say. I'm going to stop right there. All right. Now, I'm not upset with that because I made a video saying that the Lakers should not give up their whole farm for Anthony Davis. It doesn't make sense. LeBron James is he only got so many years left in the NBA. Let's be honest. A lot of people say, oh, he's the Tom Brady of NBA. It could be, but he only got so many years. He ain't going to be able to carry a team like that for so long. So you want to have at least one of those star players still there to basically pick up, and over the course of time, remember, all them guys are young. So when they hit like their prime of 25, something like 26 years old, they're going to play much better than what they're playing now. So let's be honest about that. And we have to pay attention to that. So why give up your whole farm for the likes of Anthony Davis? I know some fans say, yeah, give them all up because Anthony Davis can carry us. I told you guys, if he didn't carry the Pelicans, what make you think he would carry the Lakers? I know some people say, well, you might get some free agent. That's true and all. But that's not a guarantee. Because like the same thing we say about the Boston Celtics, giving up almost their whole team for the likes of Anthony Davis, how you think some of these stars feel when they see the same thing coming from the Lakers side? That they're going to give up their whole team for the likes of Anthony Davis. It's the same comparison if you think about it. The Boston Celtics are doing exactly what the Lakers are doing. If this was true, if they would give up their whole farm. But here's the thing. Here's the scenario. The Lakers are not giving up their entire farm all at once for Anthony Davis. They're putting them in scenarios, which makes much more sense. Because now you're saying, okay, well, we're not giving up the whole farm. What we're going to do is we're going to include two of our rising players, a bunch of journeymen, and only 1 draft pick for Anthony Davis. This is what they're doing. That's why I say the Lakers had limit offers to 2 of the franchise top young players in every proposal and resisted including more than a single first-round pick in offers. So, for instance, they're not giving up more than one first-round pick because they're looking like, okay, well, LeBron James got a window. If LeBron James leave us, where do we go from here? And if we give up all our draft picks, you know what I mean, and Anthony Davis get hurt, where do we go from here? Because, see, the thing is, if you can get away with giving up 2 players, a bunch of journeymen, and a draft pick, you still have a draft pick to get. You still got 1 star still there, a rising star still there, along with Anthony Davis, and you pick up another star, you still cool. But here's the thing. The Pelicans want, basically, they want the whole farm. Almost similar to like Greg Popovich. The rumor was that Greg Popovich wanted the whole farm. Basically to cripple the Lakers. You know, if I take all your young players, you're going to be crippled. You're not going to be left with nobody. You have to get a bunch of journeymen with LeBron James. Almost similar to what Cleveland got. But they don't have journeymen because they got Kevin Love. But in the process, I'm going to go ahead and finish reading it down. All right. With 5 days left to make a deal to partner Davis with LeBron James, there are still time for the Lakers to improve offers. New Orleans hasn't responded to or countered those proposals, sources said. They haven't responded to or countered those proposals, sources said. I want to make sure I read that twice because some people, you know, they think that, okay, well, maybe lean into it. But I don't believe that because if they said that, you know, they can't say that they would make Lonzo Ball the main point guard. So they have responded to some of those proposals. Probably not to what, I'm sorry. They probably haven't responded to the proposal that the Lakers are offering because they want the whole farm. So they're saying that, okay, you give us the whole farm. We're letting Lonzo Ball know that if you're, most likely, we want you part of the package. You come here, we're going to make you the main point guard and put a Holiday at the 2 where he truly is supposed to be. Because Holiday don't really want to run the point. He want to be the 2, which will make the Pelicans a good perimeter defensive team with those 2 in the backcourt. All right, so far the Lakers negotiating strategy in their pursuit of Davis is similar to how they chased Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the past 2 years. And then they talk about San Antonio and they traded Leonard and George to, you know, whatever, respectfully. All right, Lawson has been hopeful that they could sign the 2. Well, this is talking about them. I don't want to talk about that. They say also the Lakers haven't offered salary cap relief for the Pelicans, which would mean absorbing unappetizing Pelican contract as part of a larger trade, so to say. That's that Merit. I think Meritic got a nice contract. Is it Kenyon? I think Meritic got a nice contract, if not mistaken. I don't know who else really got a contract besides him and Julius Randle really got 1 year because he can opt out at the end of the season, so it don't really matter. But there's also rumors that they're looking to trade both of them guys as well. So it said that a typical staple of offers designed to acquire superstar players. Laker president Magic Johnson had been communicating with Pelicans GM Dell Demps, so to say. So he's communicating with them. They talking, but it's just that what the Lakers are offering, Dell Demps don't want that. He want the whole farm. He want Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Abika Zubac. Probably one of those journeymen, probably KCP or somebody, I don't know, or Josh Hart thrown in there. And then he probably want 2 first-round draft picks. He want a lot for just Anthony Davis, a guy who stays injured. This my thing I'm trying to tell you fans. And a lot of y'all be like, don't worry about it, just give them all away. It don't make any sense to me. Why would you give up everybody for just AD? And what if this guy come in? I know people say don't curse him for injury. I'm not cursing him. The point is his history shows that he stays injured. It doesn't make a difference about me cursing him because I will never wish harm on anybody or wish that somebody get hurt. That's stupid. I'm just looking at his history. His history speaks for itself. That's why as a GM, I wouldn't make that move. And Magic Johnson are doing the right thing. Because you got to look at the pool of players that's coming up at the end of the season. Even though LeBron James will want AD, but remember, the Lakers got LeBron for 3 years. LeBron can't get out of that. Sorry, he cannot get out of that. Regardless how you look at it, LeBron can't get out of it. At the 30, he can opt out, but he'd be like, what, almost 38 or 37 years old, whatever, they opt out. Who's going to take somebody that old? Let's think about it. And if his game starts to diminish, he's not going to get what he wants. So the Lakers really had the upper hand. They got LeBron James for a 3-year deal, right? Well, I'm going to say 3, even though it's 4 years. They got LeBron James for that period of time. Remember, he wanted Carmelo. The Lakers already stated that they weren't going to make the move on Carmelo. They're not giving up any roster for Carmelo. That's LeBron James that wanted Carmelo. The Lakers say, no, we're going to rock with what we got. LeBron James goes out with an injury. All right, out for a minute. The Lakers started to expose themselves, but you got to keep in mind, the Lakers were injured all through. Josh Hart was injured. Kyle Kuzma was injured. Lonzo Ball injured. Rondo injured. We had a lot of injured players. So it makes sense to say, okay, well, let's see how the Lakers look. And see, Magic them not stupid. Magic been around way longer than all of us. Been playing a game of basketball probably before half of y'all done popped out your mother's womb, smell like Dookie. Let's be honest. So Magic Johnson knows the deal. He's not Danny Ainge, where Danny Ainge is like licking his chops. I'm gonna make this move. I'm gonna trade everybody. I'll keep everybody. And the Celtics are saying, listen, Pelicans, wait until this offseason so we can really give you the farm. you're going to get better players from us. So the Pelicans are more, to me, and according to this article and in other articles, that the Pelicans are more leaning to the Boston Celtics, even though they know that Anthony Davis stated that he's only going to be a rental because he's not planning on staying there. His father come out and say that he wouldn't want Anthony Davis going there because of the way they treated IT, which I respect. Personally, I don't know who would want to play for the Celtics the way they just throwing people out in the bushes. After that, I wouldn't want to be there. You went out, did everything you could for this organization. They just throw you to the wolves. It's stupid to me. So the Lakers are like, you know what? Shucks. If this guy say he want to come here, and even if you don't want to come here, like I said before, if you look at the free agent pool, you got DeMarcus Cousins, you got Kyrie, who say he would love to come back to he would love to play with LeBron again, and also came up and said that they asked him about his free, he said, no one owed me SHIT. I ain't gonna cuss the word, but that's what he said. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. You got Jimmy Butler, you got Klay Thompson, you got freaking Kawhi Leonard, you got freaking Kevin Durant. Why would we want to tie our money up in just in one player? See, people fail to realize when Paul George was like asking to be traded, right? It was only Paul George and probably one or two other stars, but we already knew where them stars were going at. Paul George wanted to go to LA. The Lakers didn't want the Bugs. They didn't want to give up their whole farm for Paul George. And that's my thing. Like, if they wouldn't do it for Paul George, they wouldn't do it for Kawhi, right? Even though I know Greg Popovich probably stated that he wouldn't want, he basically cripple a team before he actually help them, which makes sense because you're playing against them. That's your rivalry. The point is, why give up all the players just for one individual player? And remember, Paul George only been injured, one real time in his whole life? Say they were Kawhi. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, these guys only been injured once, but he's still playing at a high level. Anthony Davis been injured many times, still playing at a high level, but injured many times, and can't carry a team to the promised land. You cannot carry a team to the promised land if you only play 60-something games. That means you're missing a lot of games. That's a lot of losses on the Pelicans. The Pelicans, to me personally, I would trade them and go ahead and look towards the future. Start building now. Based on the fact that, why dumping more money to him? He's constantly injured. You're not going nowhere. Seats are empty. Why not go ahead and make the trade or go ahead and make the move? What the Lakers are offering. If the Lakers, because eventually the Lakers somewhere down the line going to try to make that move. Me personally, I feel I love my young players. I love founding young players. As long as the Lakers not giving up all of them, I'm okay with that. If we keep one guy, that's cool. But I really rather watch these young players develop. But under Luke Walton, I have my problems with Luke. I try to give Luke the benefit of the doubt, but the only player that Luke Walton, to me, is developing is Brandon Ingram. He's been developing Brandon Ingram since he picked him up. Brandon Ingram was the only person back when the Lakers started, before Magic came, was getting 25 minutes. Brandon Ingram was the only person getting 31 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And then so on and so on. Brandon Ingram, even through his struggles, Brandon Ingram was the only one they kept on the floor. Regardless of how you look at it. D'Angelo Russell on the bench. Jordan Clarkson on the bench. No matter what you look at, Brandon Ingram was always the one that was favored for Luke Walton. Now, if Luke Walton stays or if he stays, whatever the Lakers decide to do with these young players, I'm cool with it. I just don't want them to lose all of them. If they keep Brandon Ingram, that's cool because I think he's the only one that Luke Walton developed. The rest of them, Luke Walton don't know how to develop. And I know some people say, why you putting it on Luke Walton? First of all, Luke Walton got a shooting coach. So that right there is enough said. I'm not even going to go into that thing, but I'm going to read the rest of this. Laker President Matt Jones has been communicating with Pelican GM Dell Demps. Sources said, so far, New Orleans hasn't considered the offers worthy of response or countering, league sources said. The grouping of Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Ivica Zubac, and Josh Hart are included in different Lakers scenarios, but only two of these two in offer, league sources said. For the Pelicans to agree to a trade before Thursday NBA trade deadline, it would seem likely that most, if not all, of those players will be included into a package with multiple first-round picks. See, they want basically all of them five. You know what I mean? With multiple first-round picks. They want Ingram. They want Ivica. They want Josh. Josh has been playing kind of rough, so I'm kind of like sliding. If I'm the Pelican, I'll probably slide out a little bit from Josh. But Brandon, Ivica, Kyle, Lonzo Ball be the main forward that I would focus on if I was the Pelicans. That's if I was the Pelicans. Now it's the Lakers. Hell no, I wouldn't trade all four of them away. I probably would package Ivica. I like Ivica, but I would package him. I definitely would trade Lonzo because if Kyrie Irving's coming next year and you're not really using Lonzo Ball as a point guard, just as a two, then I would like to see Lonzo Ball go somewhere else. That's just me. I love Lonzo Ball game, but I would love to see him go somewhere else. Only because he's not being utilized right with this team. Regardless of what we say, he's just not being used. So if you put Ivica, Lonzo, and probably Kuzma, I can go with that. Because I like to see Lonzo Ball and Kuzma go wherever they go. I like to see them two. I like to see them two continue to play together. I love Kuzma game. Defense, he's still struggling at defense, but I love his game. But At the end of the day, Kuzma is not he's not a Luke Walton guy. I'm just being honest with you. He's not a Luke Walton guy, regardless of what you say. The only reason why Kuzma is playing is because of LeBron James. If LeBron James wasn't here, Kuzma probably was still coming off the bench or something. I'm just being honest with you. He be coming off the bench, and Luke Walton be getting on him about his play style when it comes to offense. Just like when he dropped the 41 points. Luke Walton was semi-happy, but he told him that he needed to be more productive when it comes to team play. You know what I mean? Everybody else excited about him, but Luke Walton wasn't. So that's why I say I would like to see Lonzo Ball move, Kuzma, and Ivica. Ivica, he was in the dub pound too. The only reason why they played him was because JaVale McGee got hurt. Once JaVale came back, you know, he was running JaVale and Ivica. Ivica had been playing like kind of bad because of these trade rumors, and it's probably messing with him mentally. So he been playing right. But remember, he was in the doghouse before it too. So a lot of these players only playing because on the behalf of LeBron James. Let's be honest. Because if it was just Luke Walton, some of these guys wouldn't even be playing. If he could be still going to the G League and they would call somebody else up. I'm just being honest with you, just throwing it out there. He's just not a development coach to me. Young player development coach. He's much more of a veteran coach. You can disagree with me all you want. I'm just being honest. It's just my opinion. Anyway, get back to it. The grouping of Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Ivica Zubac, and Josh Hart are included in different Lakers scenarios, but only two of these to an offer. League sources said for the Pelicans to agree to a trade before Thursday NBA trade deadline, it would seem likely that most, if not all, of those players will be included into the package with multiple first-round picks. The Knicks were able to acquire 2 Dallas first-round picks, including one unprotected for Kristaps, but we're not talking about that. All right, Davis 25 requested trade. We already know that. All right, so here's the thing. That's what I want to get to. New Orleans has been leaning towards waiting until the end of the season to negotiate with the Boston Celtics, who have a larger pool of draft and player assets. Listen, Danny Ainge will give up 2 or 3 first-round draft picks and give up 3 of his star players. Yes, he will. He will give up Jason Tatum. Because think about it. He got Hayward. So he will give up Brown. He got players. He got Marcus Smart and all them. So it's not like they're hurting. They got, listen, if Boston Celtics give up 3 of their top players, right? They still got 3 other players that can fall right in line. That's how good Boston is. Now, me personally, I don't know. They might even give up 4 of their players. Because remember, Kyrie's gone, but they got Rozier who can still run point. But he might be included in that. So the Boston Celtics, to me, listen, their coach is just a hell of a coach. I mean, that's right. Don't get me wrong. Now their coach is a young development coach, a young players development coach. He has basically auditioned these guys and also prep these guys into being star-like players. I know a lot of people say, well, you know, these players, this and that, you know, they're not getting this and that. Listen, I'm not going to go into debate about who's better than who. I'm just looking at the coach compared to our coach. Their coach is a hell of a coach, and you got to take your hats off to their coach. Anyway, it's a Boston who have a larger pool of draft and player assets. Boston is unable to trade for Davis with Kyrie Irving on the roster because the league CBA prohibited player on the designated rookie extension to be traded to a team that already has a player under that contract. Boston can consummate a deal for Davis in July once Irving becomes a free agent. Boston has been encouraging New Orleans to bypass the deadline and wait until after the season to work with them on a deal for Davis. Sources said the Pelicans are probably insisting that they would need to be blown away to accept a trade in this short window before the trade deadline. All right, so and you already know about other things. So think about it. He said need to be blown away. They want the Lakers to give up the whole freaking farm and some draft picks for like Anthony Davis. Matt Johnson not budging. They said, hell no, we're not doing that, which makes sense. They added Lonzo Ball because remember Kyrie already expressed interest in playing with LeBron James again, and it makes sense for Kyrie because if you're not going to re-sign Kyrie Irving, right? You already kind of letting them know you're not going to re-sign him. Hey, why would I want to stay there? You're going to give up almost everybody for Anthony Davis. What made Kyrie not accessible that they won't do that to him if he signed a 4-year deal with them? That they won't make a trade. They did it with Rondo. They freaking gave up Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Think about it. So this is my thing at the end of the day. Me personally, as the Lakers, what they're doing, I respect that. They're not giving up everybody. They're almost similar to, like I said, to Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They're not fools like the fan base and me myself are. We the ones that fools. But Magic Johnson, Blinker, they know what they're doing. They're not going to give everybody up because they're probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Like this guy's injured. We don't mind giving him, but we're not going to give up the whole farm for the likes of Anthony Davis when we got all this big pool of free agents coming up next year. And I stated in my last video, the likes of Jimmy Butler and Kyrie Irving already expressed interest in wanting to play with the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins, I know the Houston Rockets want him. They already the first one on the ship. But if DeMarcus Cousins keep playing the way he's playing, Anthony Davis be an afterthought. I know a lot of people say, well, he's a knucklehead, this and that. I don't listen. Forget all that knucklehead. He's been calmed down a lot. He knows what his worth is. And we so focused on Anthony Davis. Remember, DeMarcus Cousins only really been hurt, really seriously one time with that situation in New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins, to me, you can get him for much cheaper than Anthony Davis because he got still a lot to prove. You don't have to sign him to a max contract. The Houston Rockets did not have the money to sign DeMarcus to a max contract. Me personally, like I said, we all have our own opinions, but me personally, I would just wait till the end of the season where you have a much bigger pool of people to dig from, and it makes more sense to me. That's how I look at it. Y'all might disagree. It is what it is. We all have our opinion, but at the end of the day, we all want to see the Lakers get back to the top. I'm just not so quick to patch a team together just to get demolished by the Golden State Warriors this season. It doesn't make sense to me. You're not beating the Golden State Warriors. Let's be real. With Anthony Davis and LeBron James, you're still not beating them. Because that means Anthony Davis had to play DeMarcus Cousins. And as the season go on, DeMarcus Cousins is getting more and more healthier. It's not like you walk into Golden State with just LeBron and they playing against Andrew Bogut or playing Draymond Green at the center spot. This is DeMarcus Cousins we're talking about. All right, so you got DeMarcus Cousins, then you got the freaking sharpshooters, the Splash Brother plus Batman with a 7'4" wingspan. So let's be real, you're not beating them this year. So why not wait to the end of the season, keep all your assets, and get a couple guys? And I would love, and even though I'd like to see Lonzo Ball go somewhere else, I'm still Lakers. I still refer him to stay here. I just don't like him being auditioned under Luke Walton. Now with Kyrie Irving, it might help him much better because Rondo is the one that actually helped Lonzo Ball better his game skill. If you ever notice, when you listen to Lonzo Ball talk, he never give credit to Luke Walton helping him develop. He give credit to LeBron James and Rajon Rondo. That goes to show you that Luke Walton is not a developing young players coach. All right, so keep that in mind. LeBron James, Rondo, JaVale McGee, and freaking Tyson Chandler are the ones that help Ivica. That's why I said at the end of the day, Luke Walton is assistant coach, and you need a mentor, somebody on the floor to help these young players develop, some veterans. And that's what LeBron James and Rajon Rondo and them guys are doing, helping these young players develop. I will just wait till the offseason and go from there. I know this video is getting long, I'm about to end it, but I just want to say that at the end of the day, me personally, I will wait till the end of the season. Go get two of these players. We just get one, that's cool, it's no problem. If we get 1 out of 2, that's cool. Then we play the game with Anthony Davis if he get picked up by the Celtics. If this guy get picked up by the Celtics, if he don't stay there, remember he can be a free agent at the end of the season of next year. If he don't get picked up by the Celtics, then when we got Kyrie, we got LeBron. If the Lakers want to make the move, then I wouldn't make the move about Celtics because they're gonna want everybody. Screw that bull crap. He don't want to stay with the Celtics. But if the Celtics grab him, and I know people say, well, what about when Paul George went to OKC? Anthony Davis, now I think Anthony Davis is a little bit different. I look at it a little bit different. I think Paul George didn't like the idea of the Lakers so pumped about Kawhi and not adding him into the conversation at the beginning of the offseason. Because they were more focused on Kawhi, and you barely hear anything about Paul George. I think his feelings were hurt. And that's why I think Paul George really signed with OKC. It wasn't so much that he wanted to be OKC. It was more that they were talking about Kawhi before the offseason came out. The Lakers, Kawhi. That's why as soon as the opportunity to make the sign, he was the first one to sign. Like, man, screw it, I'm gonna stay here with Russell Westbrook. But right now he's playing out of his mind. And me personally, I like when the NBA is much more balanced. I don't like when we stacking a whole bunch of players on the team. I said it before with my Golden State Warrior rant. Not really a rant, but at the end of the day, wherever player want to go, that's cool. I'm just used to always have at least 2 stars on the team. That's me. I'm from the 80s. But anyway, it's your man Herbal Lover. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this fiasco with the Lakers. It makes me feel much more calm now that these are coming out, that the Lakers are not trying to give up the whole farm all at once. They're just giving scenarios of what they want to do if in order to get Anthony Davis. They're not giving up 3 or 4 of their guys all at once. It's 2 of them, then some package back in there. So I'm with that. You giving up 2 out of the 4, that's cool. I'm with that. As long as we ain't giving up all 4 or 5 players and a whole bunch of draft picks for Anthony Davis. Some people might disagree, but it is what it is, man. I'm not mad at you guys. I still love you guys, and I hope y'all love me as well. Y'all take care.